Hello, my name is Shadley and welcome back for another episode of Colombian Space Initiative in Supreme Ruler Ultimate. And in previous episode we finally managed to get some of the first things for the, for the satellites or for the space race. And we've actually gotten the orbital launch pad already. I bought that from the United States, so it means that there's actually some nations at least that are actually pretty far, or at least a little bit further ahead in the space race than I am. There's few problems in the world right now. Mostly, economy is having quite a downturn, at least for us, because, since there's not a lot of wars going on, there's plenty of resources from, or plenty of goods on the market and all that sort of stuff. Military goods is still something that we make a decent bit of money from, a little bit from consumer goods, and then petroleum does also provide us a decent income. Everything else we're not really making money from. So we had to lower our productions quite a bit to keep the expenses down. But at this point I think it is time for us to increase the volatility medium. I did say that on 1950 we're going to increase that because we kind of need some conflict in the world to be able to run our economy right now. And we are about to get the research reactors. It's been a heck of an expensive tech and we've had to lower our science funding quite significantly. We're currently about 36%, yeah. Alright then, well, let's get going. I'm still losing quite a bit of money here, but I think we can keep this up until we get the tech. After we get this, we are going to use a lot less money in research for the time being. We'll also need to start getting some of the various technologies that we haven't been able to buy, because we haven't really been able to sell much techs anymore, mostly due to the fact that everyone is starting to catch up with us and we are behind on certain areas, so we can't sell them new things, and we haven't really had the money to buy the more expensive techs especially. So yeah, we're kind of having a bit of a problem here. We'll see how things turn out soon. As soon as we get this tech at least, that's going to lower the science or the funding for science by about 7 million, which should turn our economy into positive again. We could maybe increase the science funding a little bit higher percentage at least. We'll see how that goes. But again, we have been increasing the petroleum production down here in the north now, so we are actually utilizing pretty much all of it. Well, not all of it, but we are utilizing a fair bit of the oil production here. And that is, again, giving us quite a fairly good situation in terms of petroleum. We have had to increase the taxes a little, well actually it's still 35%, so no, we haven't increased that right now. Okay, there we go, we're making several $1 million per day again. Well, now it's 2.5-ish. We'll probably keep it that way for the time being, just so that we can get a bit of treasury going. And that way we can then maybe buy some more technologies from others as well. It will take some time, but this way we can at least get some of the research going. We're going to get the military production 2 in 11 months. And reaction jet engines. I mean, if we increase the science funding even further, we can probably get them a bit faster. Let's actually have a look. What percentage are we in now? We are currently at 66%. Okay, that's a lot better than what it was. And we are still making money, but we're currently... industrial goods is something that we only need to produce as much as we use right now. France is buying petroleum from us quite frequently, which is fine by me. We've still got a decent stockpile of it. We're currently selling only 94% of the excess production, just to make sure that we can keep a stockpile to sell to other people. Unemployment has gone up a fair bit again. Inflation is still 3.9%. Hopefully we can lower some of the production costs sooner rather than later, although looks like the metal ore production costs have still gone up. It used to be somewhere around 20, now it's 29. Coal production price is still the same. Petroleum production price has actually gone down a little bit, but so has the market price. And yeah, it's just... if we had more rubber production, we could actually start selling that. I mean, we can still sell a little bit, but at the same time, I don't want to sell too much, because we are currently using that stockpile. Very slowly, but we are using it. We got plenty of industrial goods. We actually got so much industrial goods that we could probably build some more, say, hydro plants or something. Because those would be ways to produce power without polluting as much. Which, honestly, how much are we using on environment? We're using about 1 million per day. It's currently a 61% rating. Recommended is 2 million. I'd rather not do that, but yeah, there is a problem with the pollution already with that, of course. Not necessarily massive. You can't actually see the actual pollution stats, I don't think, unless there's... I'm pretty sure that there's no pollution visible clearly, but it is somewhere, like, on the background. So if you can lower the pollution a little bit, that should increase the average health, or lower the health costs and all that sort of stuff. So there are benefits on not using all the coal power. But at the same time, building the hydro plants is very expensive. Like, if we have a look at the... yeah, almost 800 million. Ooh. 165,000 industrial goods. So yeah, it is very expensive. It produces less than what the coal power plant does. But again, it doesn't take any input. It does have a pretty high upkeep cost though, in comparison. So there is that. But yeah, I might increase the hydropower plant at some point, or I might just try to get into the... Actually, did we unlock the nuclear reactor designs? That is a bit expensive though. Ooh, 7.5 billion. There's only about a year to research. Okay, that's a bit too much for our taste. Advanced isotopes... Oh, ceasefire falls apart with Soviet Russia and Iran. Okay then, well, the wars have started. Let me actually have a look. Are there any people that are likely to check us? I don't think we need to worry about the colonies. The Ottoman Empire and Cuba are the likely ones to attack us. Even then, they're not necessarily quite as likely as they could be. Although the Ottoman Empire, it is high. Cuba is medium still. Or, well, Greece and Cuba both are medium. Austria-Hungary is medium. Norway is medium. Oh, we'll see. Population has already reached 13 million, and with the current speed, it will probably reach 15 million by the end of the decade, maybe even 16. So that's going to be interesting. And the higher population, the more expenditures we'll have. Of course, we'll also get a bit more income from taxes and from the domestic markets, but it's still going to be somewhat negligible. Right, so we still have... Actually, the problem with power right now isn't all that big, because we're not producing as much industrial goods as we could be. It's just the price of that is so low that it's not worth building more than what we need. Well, technically building a tiny bit more than what we need. 101%, but that's not really all that much. It's just a little bit extra to make sure that we are accumulating at least a little bit. But we can try to keep the expenditures somewhat in check. Still selling... Ooh, actually military goods for Italians. Interesting. Now, with Italians we've had pretty decent relations so far. We've been selling a lot of techs to them, and they've been paying us quite a bit of money. So that should be rather handy. Now, one thing that I suppose I could do is I could start building more synthetic rubber production, but at the same time, the money that we'd be getting from that is, or the markup from there is currently about $6 per ton, so that's not really worth the trouble, quite frankly. Let's just accumulate the money a little bit so we can maybe buy some more techs and try to catch up. I mean, we are currently ranked 4 on the knowledge index, which isn't too bad, but it will still take some time. Actually, I wonder, let's increase that by another 500,000 or so. How much quicker is this going to be now? It took away 15 days or 14 days, I think. So it's not too bad, at least a little bit faster, and we'll get the power grid within a year now as well. Reaction jet engines is going to take a while. Let's actually have a look. Transportation, there's still quite a few things there. I think we need to start getting... Actually, let's have a look at here. Satellites, is there something we could actually... Oh, we actually have that on the research queue there. How much does it cost? Quite a bit. Quite a bit, but it's a long research anyway, so the price is divided with... Or the cost per day isn't as high as it could be with some other techs, so I'm not sure about that. But there was something else that I knew. Oh no, modern ballistic missiles. Right, so missile guiding system, missile guiding, improved aircraft avionics, airframes, aircraft construction, jet aircraft, fighter plane design improvement. Okay, so there is a lot of plane techs that we need right now. So improved fighter armament, for example, would be one that we need. Aircraft turbine engine, once we get the reactor jet engine. So how much would they... Oh, right, that's $1 billion. I think we can get that, though. It does take quite a while to research. We don't have the money to buy that. We could technically buy it, but I'm just going to put that into the research queue. And at this point, we don't really have the money to buy the techs, because the techs are starting to get very expensive. Like, for example, if we have a look at UK here, who actually doesn't like us all that much anymore. But the improved fighter armament, we'd have to pay about 800 million for that, and we do not have that money. And I believe there was some other things that we could... Right, the reactor jet engine... Is there any cheap techs here? Basic helicopter is fairly cheap, but I don't think we have the money to buy that yet. Large bomber airframes might be fairly cheap. What about technologies over here? Radars might be something that we can buy eventually. What about the... Oh, that's 1.2 billion, never mind. Lasers 1.8, that's 850. Yeah, no, it's just all the techs are starting to be so bloody expensive, and with the downturn in the global economy, like Germany is basically bankrupt right now. They're down to 33 million. China still has quite a bit of money. Russia is very poor. France actually has quite a bit of money. USA has a lot of money. Mexico has a lot of money. But yeah, there are a lot of things that just not working well for us right now, so we'll just have to wait until some more wars start. I mean, technically there was another war that started with Soviet Russia and Iran. I'm not entirely sure who's winning that. I think the Russians may have taken a little bit around here. Although not recently. I think they had a war earlier, and I think that's when they captured that. Oh my! The Germans have been surrounded here. So the Soviets are actually taking back quite a bit of land here. They also cut off the Germans over here. They still have... Oh, no, never mind. They reconnected. The Germans have captured a city over there. It's an abandoned town. And they hold most of Estonia and Latvia. And Lithuania, of course. But... yeah, I don't know. This war is still... Oh, right. And Germany controls Stockholm area. Which is a bit interesting. But yeah, there's not a lot of wars going on right now. Oh, what did you research? Improved helicopter rotors, okay. Yeah, they're quite a bit ahead of us in military techs. I mean, we haven't been focusing on military anyway, so it is understandable. But it is usually the military techs that give a lot of money when you're selling to other people. So focusing on those and selling, or researching mostly those and selling them to others, is certainly a legit tactic. Alright, so we got 300 million. I wonder, how much would we have to pay for the radar? First of all, UK doesn't like us enough, so we'll try it from United States. That's in technology. 300, okay, so we need a bit more, but we could technically get that. Not sure if we're going to actually sell it to anyone, because I have a feeling that most of people have it right now. But I'll give it a shot at some point. We've got still another 170 days on the military production too. What does it unlock? Tank Tech 43, armor improvements, improved air, and it does unlock quite a few various unit types. Well, you'll probably need some other stuff as well for them. And of course we won't have access to most of these because they seem to be mostly nation specific. Like Germany, and I believe there was some French, and maybe Italians, United States, and various other nations, like Soviets. So yeah, we can't really get most of those. There's a few things that we can get from there, but for the most part, not all that much. Still slowly gaining the money, but I reckon that the... the consumer goods... Okay, so the consumer goods markup is even going low, and well, the markup isn't... Well, no, it is about 840 right now, where it used to be well over 1,000. I think at one point it was about 2,000. So yeah, the profit margin over there has gone down quite significantly. Of course, that does mean that the production cost has also gone down a little bit, but not enough. So we are really struggling with the money right now. Now, I suppose we do have a little bit, for example, industrial goods here that we could potentially sell to people. Soviet Russia seems to be importing quite a bit, but even they don't have a massive demand. So I don't think I can do much about that. Electricity... Oh, actually the electricity price has gone up a little bit globally, but it's still way below our production costs, so we can't really make a profit out of that. On the other hand, we are quite industrialized nation at this point, so we're gonna have to trust on the goods to get our money for the most part. Also, production costs are just so high. Ooh, the profit margin in petroleum is down to $4. No, it's now $5 per barrel. Alright then. So we're at least making a little bit of money, but yeah, it's just not great. Also, we're buying quite a bit of agriculture stuff here. I'm gonna increase the domestic price a little bit. That's gonna lower the demand for it a tiny bit, and that might actually... I'm not sure if it's gonna provide us more income. Probably not. Well, a little bit better profit at least, since we're not buying as much from outside, but... Oh, and the global market price is... Oh, it's pretty close to our production price on agriculture. I do call it food every now and then, but technically it's other things as well than food. Right, so we got the units there. We still could increase our military goods production, I suppose. Because that seems to be something that would actually still profit. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. It's going to be rather expensive. We're going to lose most of our cash right now, but we'll get it back eventually. Oh, wow, that's... Ooh. Just lost 100 million there. Luckily, it does slow down quite a bit after the first day. It's going to take a while. We'll probably go pretty close to $0 for a moment there, but we'll recover. We'll recover, and if we're running very low on cash, then I'll just pause that building, let the money accumulate a little bit, slow down the research, for example, because that's an easy place where we can save up a little bit of cash. I don't know, we're still losing about 20 million per day. My goodness, no, we can't afford doing that. I'm going to pause that and put the research at 5 million. Well, on the project, and then we can maybe accumulate a little bit of money. Otherwise, we are going to have a big problem. But we can wait for a few days, then build for a couple of days, and so forth. So we'll eventually get that, and that's going to increase the profit that we get from military goods. Now, of course, it's going to increase the electric power and industrial goods costs that we'll get from that, but it's alright. We've still got pretty good stockpile of metal ore. We've been eating through that a little bit. We're still producing some metal ore, but I just figured that I'd, you know, extend the time that the stockpile will last, but at the same time lower the cost a little bit for us. It's not a massive difference there, but it does help. Also, daily income... Ooh, we do actually get more from production right now. Oh, that's handy. Oh, the market price is going up and down over there. Still get Yeah, we get over 4,000 per ton of military goods here. Which, honestly, would not be too bad. Not be too bad. Because we've got 136 million, 138. We'll wait for 200 million, then we'll continue with the construction again. Now, to be fair, since we do have the engineers here, it does increase the cost quite a bit. But hopefully that won't be a problem. Well, I know it's going to be a problem, but it's not going to be a problem forever. I mean, technically what I could do is I could just move these outside there and have a look. How much is it going to cost per day now? 6 million. Well, it's going to last a lot longer, but at the same time... Oh, it's still 2 per day, okay. Maybe it does have a range higher than I thought. Let's see, if we move you back there, does that change the situation? No, not really. Well, it's a very good supply, so they are getting a bit more construction done per day. But it's only 6 million, so 20... we're still gonna have to pause for one moment, or for another time in the not too distant future, but we can probably get this done relatively soon. We could technically take loans or increase his taxes as well, that's always an option. I do want to get a bit more production going in here, just so that we can, you know, utilize the full potential, so to speak. Oh, well, that's a bit of a long turn there. Oh! Okay, there goes the Soviet Union. So is it now owned by Germany? Oh yeah. Let's actually have a look. Ownership. Oh, apparently Iran took the Caspian Sea and Siberia. Or large portion of Siberia, anyway. Interesting. Well, then, that explains the lag spike there, that's for sure. Alright, then. Oh, right, they managed to take St. Petersburg, didn't they? Yep, they did. Alright then. Oh hey, Sweden is a nation in here. Although it says that they've been eliminated, but apparently not. Nation liberated. They're not at war. Huzzah. But they do not really have a port, do they? Not right now. They might get some lands from Germany eventually here. Which I certainly hope that is the case. Now the question is, are Germans going to be using a... Oh, yeah, the industrial goods price has gone up a little bit, at least. So we might be able to start selling some of that eventually. It's still way too low price for us to actually make a profit out of that. But it might improve in due time. Still need quite a bit of time to research the military production, though. Which, admittedly, is a problem. I do want to get the consumer goods price up a little bit, but unfortunately that'll have to wait. We'll pause that for the time being, just so that we can accumulate the money back to like at least 100 million, maybe more. Let's see, 15 times, yeah, at least 100 million. Let's say 130 million to be sure that we can actually complete the building, and then after that we should be making a bit extra money from the military goods there. Hopefully enough. I mean, our unemployment is starting to be a bit high. Inflation, on the other hand, is going down. GDP per capita is decent. We're currently number 10 in the world ranking, but at the same time, there's a lot of unemployment in our country. And we're not producing all that much things right now, so that is causing some issues. But at least we are making the money now. I suppose I think I'm going to have to increase the taxes to 40% again. Although that's actually costing us money. Is that because... no, that's not that. It's not that either. Maybe it was just a momentary issue there. Let's have a look. Oh, right, we need a bit more timber. On the other hand, timber is fairly cheap on the global market. Oh, what did we sell? A lot of military goods. Right, so has that price dropped then? Not really. But apparently there was a bit of a lack of sales there for a moment. Is there still a lack of sales? There is. Is that because there's no one... There's not a lot of demand for them? Oh. Okay, I'm gonna start selling a bit less then. So now is not necessarily the correct time to get that up. Okay. That's, some terrible news, actually. If there's no demand for military goods, well, there's gonna be more demands for them in due time, as soon as some nation starts fighting. Although the price is now plummeting. Ooh. Tensions go up. Good. Good. Excellent. Now, let's have a quick look. So Ottomans might declare war on us, but they are far away. Only one that is even relatively close. Well, Australia is also pretty far away. Ecuador might declare war on us. Haiti might declare war on us. Most other nations I don't think are going to be a problem. Just in terms of if we need to defend ourselves, I'm just going to make sure and get some more elite guards just in case. Get another 5 of them. We do have another 5, or we got 5 down here, don't we? I know that there was one way. Oh, did we not have anyone in there? Oh, right, we got some over there, and I think we had the other group down here, maybe? Or did we send down this way? I don't remember, but I do remember that we had another group, or was that? There was one over there, but that was sent to the Venezuelan border. Well, there's an easy way to find out. Deploy them. Oh, they were there. Alright then. Let me just take these into hereabouts. Just entrench them there. And France wants to buy more petroleum. Alright then. I will sell them. Okay, we've got 130 million now, but the money is going down a little bit there already. Right, well, I'm gonna keep on building this. Hopefully it will be enough. Losing 10 million per day though, that's not good. Yeah, honestly, we just need some proper wars to be going on. The war between Germany and Soviet Union was quite profitable for us, but unfortunately that has changed. Has the... ooh, really good price. The production cost has gone up a little bit, whereas the market price has gone down, I think. Or maybe not all that much. But there's not a lot of nations that are importing military goods right now. Oh, okay, the United States bought quite a bit there. So at least we're getting a little bit of stuff over there every now and then, but yeah, the construction cost is rather high. You still need about 10 more days. Can we keep this up, or do we need to pause it again? No, I don't think we can keep it up. We'll wait until we reach about 20 million and then we'll pause it. But yeah, the fact that we're not making a lot of money from any of our goods, the production costs are just too high in our nation. And that is starting to hurt us quite badly. Now, I suppose there might be a few things... Actually, let's have a look. Still 24 million. I think I'm going to lower the education funding a little bit. It's going to increase our... Ooh. Oh crap, we are out of money. Okay. I'm going to pause you. There we go, at least we're gaining some now. Oh yeah, it stopped all the research and all that. Unit productions. There we go, we managed to get some money from selling some military goods again. We've still got quite a bit in there that we're trying to sell, but it's just market price is plummeting. Damn, that's not good. Okay, well at least we got another set of money there, so we've got 28 million. But this one requires still work for 13 more days, so we need to basically reach the 100 million again. Damn, is this expensive. And we're now losing money. Oh, lovely. I don't want to start a partial armament right now because that would be even more expensive tech. The fact that we're losing all that, okay, since we're not selling all that much, I'm gonna lower the military goods production to about 50% of the capacity. That's gonna lower the production costs, and that way we can kind of keep the economy rolling. Are we still selling all the consumer goods, I wonder? Yeah, more or less. I was still making at least some profit there. So there is still a lot of demand for these. Oh, we're actually selling a little bit agriculture now. Very little, but still. Oh, we're selling some rubber. Has our production cost gone down? Well, we're not using as much for the military goods right now, so yes, we are selling that, although we're not really making money out of it. But we are selling it. I'm going to lower it down to 90% though, which means that we're selling maybe 10, 11 tons. But not a lot of money, but enough to cover the costs for buying the timber right now. So I guess it's not all bad. How bad is our unemployment? 5.1%. That is not great, if you ask me. But it might lower the production costs for various things. Actually, oh no, it's still going up. We're selling a little bit electricity at least. The market price has gone up a little bit again. But yeah, we need to get something good for our economy right now, otherwise we are struggling real bad. And if there's not really demand for military goods, I think I'm going to lower the amount produced to 25% of capacity. Which means even less sales, but also a lot less cost in production. So it's not all bad, although the unemployment did go up again, a tiny bit again. See, so we've got 40 million, how much are we gaining? 1.8 million, okay, that's actually not bad. Did we sell some military goods? No. Interesting. But yeah, it's just, oh wow, the markup in military goods has gone down quite dramatically. So yeah, it's just, there's no real demand for anything right now in the world. Nothing that we produce in large numbers, although we're selling a lot of petroleum at least. That much I can guarantee. And the price of it there has gone up a little bit. There's still a lot in the market of petroleum, but we're still selling... Actually, let's have a look. How big of a portion are we selling there? We are the 4th largest seller right now. A bit behind Mexico and quite a bit behind Venezuela. The United States, of course, is the largest one. Especially now that... Wait a minute. Germany is still buying oil even though they... Oh no, it was Iran that got the Caucasus oil. Alright. Well, they're selling quite a bit of that as well now. Not that they didn't have their own oil already before that. Hold up. We're actually gone quite a bit over time, haven't we? I believe we have. Right, well, if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.